So this behind me is the LG 4K 32-inch Ergo monitor, and this is the monitor I decided to buy to pair with my Mac Studio. And I've been checking it out with my M1 MacBook Air over here, and it's really fantastic. Now my Mac Studio hasn't arrived as yet. I'm eagerly waiting for it to come in, and I'll be doing some reviews once it does. And let me tell you why I decided to get this monitor to pair with my Mac Studio. So I've been using a 27-inch iMac, and it's a 2013 model which had a 1440p monitor, and the Mac Studio is a standalone desktop, so you don't get a monitor with it like you do with the iMac. So I had to get a new monitor, and the Apple Studio is just a little bit too expensive. For $1,600, what you're getting is a 27-inch 5K monitor. Yes, it's 5K. Yes, it has great integration with the Mac Studio, but I already have a great set of speakers and a great mic and a great webcam. In fact, I use a A6000 as a webcam. So I didn't really want to spend all that extra on stuff that I'd never used. So I was looking around for options, and this pretty much is one of the best options right now to pair with a Mac computer. And this monitor over here is like an $800 monitor. So yes, there's a big price difference, and you get a lot in this monitor. So first of all, it's a 32-inch screen at 4K. So it's got amazing resolution. So I've been comparing it to the Retina MacBook Air. First of all, I can't run this at full 4K resolution. All the text gets so small. So I've been running it at the next available resolution, which is over 1440p, and it looks fantastic. It's definitely a bit sharper than my 1440p iMac. Maybe not quite as sharp as a 5K monitor, but I'm not complaining. This thing looks amazing. Secondly, it's extremely color accurate, about 95% of DCP-IP color range. So when I'm looking at this monitor over here and looking at my MacBook Air over here, they look extremely similar. I just had to tweak the colors a little bit on the monitor, very slightly, and now I think they're almost a perfect match. So it's giving you amazing color accuracy, which is really good for what I needed most for, and that's video editing. It has an IPS display. So in case you guys don't know, there's like 3 kinds of displays you can get on the monitor. There's TN, which is the worst. There's VA, which is all right. And then there's IPS. So even the iMac has an IPS display. Studio Display from Apple has an IPS display. And so does this. That really gives you good viewing angles on the screen, and especially when the screen's larger, you need to have good viewing angles. Even if you look at the screen from the side or from the corner, or actually the screen is so wide, it's 32 inches, that you will have a slight offset in color near the edges if it's not an IPS display. That's why I decided to spend the little bit extra and get the IPS monitor. It also supports HDR, so you can connect a PS5 or something to this thing if you want to. You can even switch the Mac into HDR mode, though that does throw off the colors a little bit. But if you are editing HDR content, it'll look correct on this monitor if you're in HDR mode. But I would keep it off. If you're planning to buy this monitor, keep it off for general day-to-day use. But if you want to watch that one HDR movie or something, turn it on and then turn it back off, because the colors look a little off when you have it in HDR mode. And that's not a problem with this monitor. That's any HDR monitor with a Mac. In terms of functionality, this monitor has a lot in it as well. At the back, you've got a USB-C, a DisplayPort 1.4, 2 HDMI ports, and 2 USB ports which can be used as a hub, and a headphone jack and a power cable. Supports 60-watt power delivery. So right now this MacBook is being powered completely by this monitor. It's got a pretty chunky power brick at the back, but that allows it to draw enough power to power your devices. So this monitor is a hub as well, which is great. So I can connect a bunch of accessories directly to the back of the monitor. The USB 3.0 Gen 1 ports, so we'll have a ton of speed as well. So if you want to connect a hard disk or something directly to the monitor, you can. The monitor also has inbuilt speakers, but the speakers are not great. I wouldn't really use them for day-to-day use, but in a pinch, I would say they're good enough. Like if you just want to hear something on YouTube or something, just casually, then it's fine. MacBook speakers actually sound a little bit better than the monitor speakers, but if you're not finicky about sound, then I guess it'll do the job. Now, one of the most unique things about this monitor is its form factor. So it's got super thin bezels. I love that. The design actually looks amazing. And it's got this really unique stand. It's called the Ergo Stand. and it's basically a monitor arm, and allows you to get complete flexibility in the way that this monitor is situated on your table. So you can move it front, back, up, down, tilted back and forth. So it's got a lot of flexibility when it comes to finding the right height and angle for your requirements. And you can easily also shift it into vertical mode if you want. So, you know, it's got a lot of flexibility that way, and that's something I love about this monitor. Now, I'm not sure if I'll be using this stand because I'll probably be setting it up on my triple monitor desktop setup over there. I'll probably have to lose the stand, but I'm trying to figure out a way if I can keep the stand in, because the stand is really cool. Another great thing about the stand is that you have plenty of space below the monitor to actually keep stuff, so your keyboard, mouse and stuff. Like, the stand attaches directly to your table right at the back of it and takes very little space. So that's one of the greatest things about this monitor. The design of it allows you to have the maximum amount of desk space and really tune it to exactly how you like it to be on your desk. One of the main reasons I went for the screen is because it's 32 inches and it's 4K. So you get a lot more screen real estate, and man, does it help with productivity. Like right now on the screen, I have a browser open as well as a file browser and the podcast app open. And there's plenty of space for everything to be used comfortably. And when it comes to video editing, this thing is absolutely amazing. I can actually see my 4K quality on the screen. And even the little MacBook Air can run this thing in full performance on 4K edits. So I can't wait to see what I can do with my Mac Studio. You get to see so much of the timeline. You can have so many more windows open at the same time. So in terms of productivity, I'll always go for the biggest screen I can get. And this 32-inch size is just the perfect size. I think it's gonna go amazingly well with my triple display setup. So I'm super happy with my decision of going with the LG 4K display. I love the fact that it's HDR and I can view HDR content on this if I need to. I love the resolution, I love the size, I love the looks, and I love the image quality. So that was the most important thing. And the color accuracy and the viewing angles are great on the screen. If you are looking to hook up a monitor with your Mac, this thing is absolutely amazing. You'll be super happy with it. And I'm glad I got this thing. Now I just can't wait to get my Mac Studio. If you guys are curious to see how I do my Mac Studio setup with my triple monitor setup back there, then stay tuned. And if you like this video, hit that like button, leave me a comment, subscribe to watch more videos like this, and I will see you guys in the next one.